How is Verint keeping up in the fast-paced world of AI and CX? To find out, I'm in the very chic Dallas Arts District for Verint Analyst Days 2024. You know, it hasn't even been a year since the last Verint Analyst Days, but even in that short time, there's a lot that's changed. And as we heard from the executive team, as we got to talk one-on-one, I was very interested at how quickly things have changed. Stick around for my 3 takeaways from Verint Analyst Days 2024. Okay, for my first takeaway, I want to talk about messaging. Verint was very clear on their messaging at this event. They talked about themselves as a CX automation company and not as a contact center or even an AI company. In fact, the CEO, Dan Bodner, said, we are not an AI tech company. We are an AI outcomes company. And they really kind of focused in on that idea of selling business outcomes. But it isn't just their messaging. They're actually kind of delivering on that, where they're really focused on driving value and time to value, which leads to my second takeaway, which kind of has to do with their kind of changing the paradigm of this whole kind of CCaaS, AI, CX kind of cycle. So traditional companies have kind of said, if you really want to innovate, if you really want to see the value of AI, you have to move to the cloud. And there's a lot of companies that can't do that, either for budgetary reasons or regulatory reasons or whatever. It's such a huge lift just to get to the cloud. So they've been kind of slow adopters into the AI game. What Verint's saying is you don't have to go through that multi-year process, all of that effort, all of that money to realize the value of AI. They can come in and integrate with your existing systems and deliver AI value today. In fact, a lot of their examples, they talked about being up and running in 30 days with their bots, which is amazing. They also talked about kind of proof point at 120 days that if you're not seeing, a significant amount of value, that you can walk away, and there actually is no charge for that time period. So they're kind of putting their money where their mouth is. But they're also offering this kind of alternative for companies that really do need to leverage the power of AI today, but maybe don't have the time or resources or whatever to fully move everything to the cloud. This way they can see the value immediately and then work on the kind of elements of moving to the cloud. And I think this is a really interesting strategy. For my third takeaway, I want to talk about bots. That's the heart of their strategy revolves around this army of bots that they have out there that are built in factories and go to the gym and constantly being trained. It is kind of an interesting idea to approach this kind of AI conversation. But one of my favorite new bots is the Time Flex bot. It's a bot that basically allows contact center agents to adjust their own schedules. And it uses AI to do that, so they can go into the system. And if they need time off, they can select the time that they need off. They can select time they're willing to make that up. And AI kind of uses a point system. When you take certain shifts, you earn points. And then when you give up, parts of a shift, that costs you points. So it kind of helps manage the employee's schedule. And that's a big deal for agents. I mean, even if you need a 15-minute window or need to shift things around to take care of your kids or whatever it is you need to do, having the flexibility to be able to go into the system and make these changes, have the AI kind of monitor the changes and manage the changes so that all the shifts are covered, is really amazing. They're seeing a huge ROI on this tool. They're seeing huge decreases in attrition. So agents, a lot of times, if their schedules are too inflexible, they have to quit. They don't really have another choice a lot of times. This allows them to adjust their schedule. Attrition is one of the biggest problems facing contact center. They're also using it in recruiting new agents. They can show off this system that if you come work for us, you'll be able to have flexibility over your schedule. And we're not talking about trading, schedules with someone, trading shifts. We're not talking about submitting a request and having a person approve it. We're talking about a fully automated AI managed system And I think this is really kind of unique to Verint. And I think it's one of the neater bots they have that truly makes a difference in the contact center. It was a great couple days with the Verint team. I want to thank them all for their being so generous with their time to sit down and talk, as well as their hospitality in Dallas. It was very interesting for me to be there. I'm grateful to have been a part of the event. That's it for now. We'll see you next time on Convergence.